All right, so we should be live right now, but before we kind of get this interview underway, is there anything that you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
In my school, the Rock Hopes. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Actually, before we kind of begin this thing, I just had a little smart idea. I'm gonna make my brother watch this and text me if he could hear me and everything. So hold on a second. I just thought of this just now, so let me text him real quick. Uh, YouTube. We texted him, so I guess we'll find out. Hopefully, this thing is working because we got, we're improvising here, kind of working on our feet. But anyways, I guess to get right into the interview. So I know you got the what is this called? Like the USA camp or like
Training camp.
what training camp? So do they have like the team or is this still like are they still making cuts and everything?
They're still making cuts. So, in 2 days, because we're quarantined now, so in 2 days, we do 2 practices for 3 days. Like, every day is 2 practices. And then, like, the fourth day, they'll cut. And they'll cut 11 people, because there's 23 people, and they take 12. Yeah.
All right. I think I just figured out. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute my computer because I was hearing like an echo. I'm just gonna talk to you on here. Hopefully this still sounds good, but I'll see what uh my brother says. But I guess I'm kind of curious with the whole like Team USA thing. I've asked this to every guy that I've spoken to that's done something with Team USA, but like are you at all like I know you're a great basketball player and everyone there is obviously really, really good, but like are you at all a little nervous? Like you might get cut or like when you were at the mini camp, were you scared you weren't going to get invited back or anything?
No.
How come?
Because my league that I play in at the Rock, like, it's huge competition, just like the USA camp. So I'm prepared.
Yeah. And actually, I was going to speak to you about that because, I mean, there's a whole, like, there's the NIBC thing with, like, Mount Verde and Sunrise Christian, like, all those good teams. But I was seeing some stuff, like, on Twitter when you guys were having, like, your SIAA tournament thing. Like, people were saying that this league, it's, like, tough competition. Like, they said the FHSAA is, like, nothing compared to, what you guys are playing. And so can you maybe describe to me just the toughness of your league because the SIAA like it's not the most well known thing I would say. So just why is it so tough and so well respected among some people?
Like, just there's a bunch of D1 players going D1 places, and like they're huge. The people are huge and very good IQ. They love competing, just like the other schools. It's just really tough.
Yeah, and I don't like I'm more of an FHSAA kind of guy. It's like my school's in the FHSAA, and like most Florida schools are, I guess you could say, besides like Montverde and IMG. So who ended up winning the SIAA?
Victory Rock. We came second. Runners up.
Okay. Wait, Victory. Oh yeah. They're the team with. All right, I'm pretty sure I know who they are, but it said you guys came in second, and that was your freshman year. I just want to kind of know more of an overall question with your freshman year. Like, that was probably not what you thought. Like, if I asked you when you were in sixth grade, like, how do you think your freshman year is going to be? You probably didn't expect to deal with Corona or, have to just, definitely a weird season. I'm sure guys weren't even planning on playing in the cool classic, but, you ended up coming down to there, like, one of the only out of town teams to play in that thing. Like, kind of looking back on your freshman year, like, how are we kind of able to manage not having a normal freshman year?
Just every day in practicing, every day in practice, just getting the most out of it, listening, so I can be ready for that next game because you don't know if you're gonna play the next game. Somebody might catch COVID, and then you're probably out for like a couple of weeks, so you never know.
Yeah, and I guess heading into your sophomore year now. Oh well, I guess first things first. Like in your freshman year, did you like what's like the Rock school like? Is it just like a normal school, or is it kind of like a special sports school? Like what's kind of that like?
Private Christian school.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess obviously it's probably smaller than like a public high school, but did you get the experience of going to high school and kind of having to figure that all out, or is this year now kind of like almost your freshman year in a way, like going to school in person?
We went to school in person last year, so it's nothing new. Yeah.
Okay. And I've asked this, like, I remember I talked to Jakai Howard about this actually. A few freshmen. Did you ever end up getting lost? Like, your freshman year. I've asked a few freshman guys this.
Say that again?
Oh, did you ever end up getting lost? Like at your
In high
school?
school?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
our high school is mad small.
yeah. I had a feeling. Oh my god. Yeah. My brother said he can't get into YouTube, but whatever. Hopefully this is fine. But yeah, I had a feeling about that. Let's see, it's not weird. All right. He says that I don't know. I'm hoping this is working. If not, I guess we'll find. Actually, hold on one second. I'm gonna go. I don't want to do the whole interview and have it like not work. So hold on. I'm gonna end the Instagram call right now. I'm gonna go to YouTube right now on my phone and make sure this is working. Yeah, I don't want this thing to be messed up. Oh shit, you can't even hear me right now. Hold on.
So I might
Heading into your sophomore year now. All right. All right, yeah, it's all going good. You able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, bet. Yeah. It's all good. All right, you can just go back to the I don't know, however you were before, like was good. Oh, yeah. All right, I was just nervous, but I just checked the YouTube thing. It looks like it's running smoothly. But kind of transitioning back now to Team USA. Kind of talk about that mini camp because I saw a video on your Instagram. And I think it said something like, "How did you feel when you got invited?" or like, "What were your expectations?" And I think you said like you've no idea what's happening or what it really means. So obviously now you have the experience and you got to go to the mini camp. So what was that like, just experiencing that and saying that I guess you have experience being a part of Team USA?
It was great. There's great competition, and like every meeting you have to be on time. Everything's like in order, like the pros, I guess. So yeah, it's a very good experience.
Yeah, and even though you said like SIAA was a really really difficult competition, I do feel like though the guys in the SIAA, like a lot of them are Division 1 level, but everyone at that Team USA camp is obviously like high major, a lot of national attention. Everyone knows who they are. So was it all maybe a little more difficult being with those guys, or even maybe some of their like new personalities of people that are from all around the country that you never met before? Was that something you had to adjust to?
Yeah, a little. Yeah, just getting used to how they are and how I am.
Yeah. So especially kind of having to start off the camp and everything like in quarantine and everything, and then you're starting to go to practice. Like how I don't know how you are in terms of like being an introvert or extrovert, but like how are we kind of able to make friends and meet the guys and everything?
Yeah, I'm kind of an introvert, and like I have to get comfortable with people before I like become an extrovert. So yeah, just small talk, and then in practice, just interacting, and then down the road you get to know them better.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess what kind of guys from the camp maybe you were able to build I guess you could say like tell me a few guys that you were really able to get kind of close with that were at the camp.
So Marcus Allen, he played on my AAU team, so I already knew him, and then James Brown, yeah, we connected, and like Jakai Howard,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I actually it's kind of crazy. Like I just can't believe I know like all those people like personally. That's kind of cool to me. Like even though for you it's whatever. Like I actually can't believe I know like all those people. But I guess you and Marcus specifically, I think both of you guys were like the only two Florida boys. So and I guess you did say that you played in the same AAU team. I'm sure you guys are definitely like a scary duo. Just kind of talk about your bond with him, and is that someone that down the road if this happens to end up this way, someone you'd love to team up with at the next level?
yeah, because he's an all-around player. He doesn't stick in one position. He can do pretty much everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
Yeah, and I think let's see. I'm just gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure. at least according to ESPN, I think they have you and him as the same. Yeah, they do that. That's kind of cool. Like you and him, I guess it was like Derek King's the number one power forward, and then it's just you and Marcus Allen, which is kind of cool. But like playing AAU with him and everything, even though you did kind of touch on it, like kind of having this two 5-star power forward duo, like how are you guys so scary?
Well, I didn't really play AAU this summer. I only
Yeah.
played 2 games. So, I mean, those 2 games are pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was kind of curious about that, like why? Because I was looking, I'm like, I see nothing from AAU. But then I saw a couple stuff in like an each one teach one jersey, so I was like, oh, okay, you must have played some AAU. But I had a feeling you didn't play too much because I wasn't seeing like tons of AAU content, like on your Instagram page or what you were tagged in. But just why did you end up, if you can share, why did you end up not playing that much AAU basketball this summer?
I'm having a lot of growing pains in my knees, so instead of doing AAU and then going straight to USA, I was just going to train for USA the whole summer. Yeah. So I want to come off an AAU hurt or anything. Just want to be prepared.
Yeah, and obviously, you got invited back to join Team USA, and it seems like ESPN, all the rankings people, like putting you up pretty high in the rankings and everything. But a lot of people, though, kind of like look down upon people that choose to not play AAU basketball and just train. Because some people might say, I'm going to train, but they're not really, they're just like not doing anything like productive if they're not playing AAU basketball. So were you at all like nervous about that choosing not to play AAU basketball, even though you really like shouldn't have played because of your growing pains? Like, were you nervous that was really going to maybe affect your future and offers and ranking and stuff like that since you decided not to play AAU?
No, because I'm getting all my offers from high school, so there's really no reason to play AAU until like junior, senior year. So, yeah.
Yeah. So is there all a chance that you might just want to kind of take next year's summer or 2 off and just train again and whatever?
Probably so. Depends how my body is.
Yeah, but then also like we see some players that wanted to play AAU. So like, I won't say names, but like at least you probably even know the player. But we've seen some players that want to play AAU so badly that they're already committed and they're already committed to college and reclassified to college, but then just wanted to play AAU basketball that badly. So is that something like you're kind of really really excited to experience is that EYBL and PJAM and everything once you get a little older?
Yeah, like this year I went to PJAM. That was my first time actually playing in it because the year before or the year before that I went there with my coach and we were recruiting other players. So that was a real good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like PJAM, was that like your only AAU games this year?
Yes.
Oh, so that I didn't know. I mean, that's a little like that's kind of like, how are we able to adjust? Because obviously EYBL is difficult all around, but then Peach Jam is like heightened difficulty because that's everyone wants to win the championship and everything. So how'd you handle just playing your first AAU games as some of the toughest games like in the country?
I mean, it wasn't that difficult. No, it wasn't difficult.
It wasn't. I mean, like Peach Jam's like that's like no joke. That's obviously a big deal. So I guess then tell me why it wasn't that difficult to you then.
I mean, I've been training all summer, so I guess that got me prepared for what's happening in Peach Jam.
Yeah. So I guess something I want to know just about AAU basketball in general, or at least the way you guys play. Because even though you could be training, being a good player individually, obviously there's a lot of IQ stuff and maybe some plays and like some certain actions that AAU teams run. Like, did you guys just kind of go out and play basketball, or were there maybe some plays and some actions that you guys were taught that you maybe didn't know and had to adjust to that at least?
So 2 years ago, I played with them for like the whole summer, and then COVID hit. And then when I went back, I was going to play with them. So I went to like 2 practices, and they went over the plays that we went over 2 years ago. So I already remembered that stuff. So when I took the time off and came back to Peach Jam, we just went over the stuff I already knew. So
okay.
we weren't just playing basketball. We had plays and stuff.
Yeah. And how far did you guys get in? Well, which did you play with the team like for your age group, or which team did you play with?
I played 15U.
Okay.
So that's my age group.
Yeah. So then, how far did you guys go?
So I wasn't there for the whole time. They started, and then like the coach called my dad and asked if I wanted to play. So I was like, I guess because USA got pushed back because of COVID. So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll play. So we won one game. I guess it was a game. I don't know. I forgot, but I played two.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I already know.
Yeah. Well, I guess did you win your final game or no?
Oh no, we didn't win that one.
Okay.
Like 4 points.
Yeah. That's definitely tough for sure. But I guess it's kind of continuing on now. Maybe back to Team USA. Since you kind of brought up like how you have like growing pains and awesome. I'm sure that's probably something tough that you have to deal with. Is it at all? I feel like I'll keep asking questions like, is it difficult? But I'm wondering like, is it difficult coming out of quarantine? Like you're in this hotel now for 2 days, then going like right to practice. Is that all difficult to adjust to, or is that kind of easy?
No, it's kind of difficult. I just have to get my body ready. Like a lot of stretching in the hotel room, icing, get my knees prepared for practicing constantly.
Yeah. So in these, the next 2 days, what are you going to be doing to make sure that your body's kind of all stretched out and loose since you're kind of stuck in a hotel room?
Rolling out, lots of stretching, lots of icing, going down to the training room, getting stretched out, stuff like that.
And that's basically like that's all you're going to be doing. Well, not like for the whole time, but kind of maybe you'll just do, I don't know, like watch a show on Netflix and all of a sudden like take an ice bath and then just kind of do it again. That's what you're going to do now for these next 2 days.
Yeah, and I like drawing, so I draw a lot.
Okay, all right. That's definitely. I love when guys share this like intro. That's definitely something interesting. So, what's kind of share me like what's your drawing style?
Like cartoon stuff.
Oh, neat. Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah. Do you have any with you right now you can show off?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I'm terrible at drawing, by the way. I'm so bad. All right, let me see this.
I drew it right now.
Yeah. Oh shoot! Oh, that's fire. That's sick. Oh my, that's actually sick. That's so cool. Yeah. So do you like? I see you got the Air Force Ones. Like, I mean, I'm not really a big Air Force Ones guy, but like, I love shoes. It's kind of like most basketball players. Like, do you draw things that? Well, I guess not, kind of a dumb question, but do you draw kind of things that you like? Like, are you gonna draw maybe like your favorite album cover, like your favorite animal, or do you kind of try to draw things more like mature, like a nice scenery or something like that?
Probably stuff like that. I'm not like the scenery stuff.
Yeah.
Drawing people and stuff like that. Nah, I just do like cartoons and stuff that I like.
Yeah. So, do you have any ideas of what you're gonna cook up tomorrow, or even today? No, bro. That'd be cool if you did one of those, like one of the off-white shoes, like one of the off-white Jordan ones. That'd be tough. That'd be tough. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna ask you. I'm not like kind of as a joke, but if I could buy that whole book of drawings right now, how much would you sell it to me for?
That's a good question. I mean, it's not worth that much, but it's not worth that less.
Yeah.
So probably, I don't know.
Maybe like I would say like, I mean, if there's like 20 drawings in there, I go with like 100 or like 70.
Yeah. Some up there.
Yeah.
More.
So I feel like a lot of basketball players, like, I mean, there's probably like a handful that draw, but obviously like I don't think a lot are like a lot don't really post like you. I never really noticed how like I don't think you've ever like posted about it or anything like that. Like, I feel like a lot of basketball players, if they do draw, they don't really talk about it a lot, but just kind of drawing and being a little artsy, does that at all help you like with the basketball court, maybe from the mental aspect?
No, I never looked at it that way.
Yeah, like you don't think it maybe makes you more like more patient or more detailed or anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it probably all I know is kind of like usually smart people who draw, so that's probably what I would think. But yeah, I definitely, I guess what got you into drawing?
I don't remember. I don't remember. Probably I just looked at a YouTube video and said, "Ooh, I want to draw that," and then it turned out to be good. So I just kept drawing. I got better at it.
Yeah. So do you think I guess throughout your career, like I'm sure you know when you go to, or I guess if you go to college, now it's kind of like an option, but if you go to college, wherever you're doing the next level, even at the NBA, like obviously you know you'll have like a lot more money to spend on cooler things like stuff like that. Do you think drawing and trying to improve on that skill set, is that something that you're looking to do as you get older in life?
What's that?
Yeah. And I guess, you know, I don't want to know like what you're leaning towards. Obviously, I'm not trying to start any rumors or anything, but you know, we just saw today like my guy Jay-Z Gortman, he just signed with the overtime league and everything. So I just kind of want to get a player's input. I haven't really spoken to a lot of players about this since it started blowing up like over the summer. But what's your opinion on seeing a lot of guys, like a lot of the top guys, skipping out on college and instead of going to the pro route? I just want to know like what your opinion is, if you can like even share that.
I'm not really with that. I would love to go to college, get an education, and my parents wouldn't like that either if I chose to, because they want me to get an education, do the college way and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, but then I guess what makes it kind of better, like, is that I guess the college players could I'm like so you've no idea, I'm like so uneducated. I guess they could get like paid now or something like that with whatever NIT stands for, whatever it's or NI. I don't know what the three letters are, but something means like they could get paid. So I guess that kind of works out too. But since it seems like you might be leaning towards college, like, are you trying to do something with art like in college as like your major?
Maybe with like sports medicine.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So we got sports medicine and then maybe art. That's like two completely different things.
So yeah.
Yeah. No. It's no worries. I was just curious, but as kind of before we end this interview, I saw a post that you were tagged, and I'm gonna assume this is your dad, but I'm not gonna read the whole caption. At the end, it says something about the five P's, which are proper preparation prevents poor performance. So is that kind of like a motto you live by or something like that? And if so, kind of describe kind of how that's maybe helped you throughout your career.
Yes, my dad's been harping that on me for a long time. So it's like if you prepare yourself, then you won't have a poor performance, or you can do as poor as you think you would if you just prepare yourself the right way. You have confidence.
Yeah, for sure. So can you like get like I guess what's like an example of you kind of living by that motto or by the five P's? I mean, bro, I already know the like it would just be you like training really hard. Obviously, that's proper preparation. And
Yeah,
therefore, you know, if you're training hard, no, I can't with the answer for you, man. Because if you train hard, no poor performance.
yeah, like the league I play in, if you like
Yep.
train, yeah, be straight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess a couple, you know, just a couple. And it's not really quick, but just a couple more questions. Before we end the interview, just being ranked, you know, I think you're like top 10 in your class, number one in the state of Florida. That's just so cool. I mean, just what's that like to you knowing, and even at the team, like we're that Team USA shirt, like that's just so cool. Like everything that you're doing right now. So just kind of what's it like living the life of RJ Jones Jr., where you know you're top 10 player in your class again, 5-star, you know, with Team USA. Just what's that all like?
It's great, but my parents harp on me that I need to stay humble and don't let it get to my head. Just don't change for anybody. Just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess obviously having parents that are kind of stressed on humbleness probably helps out a little bit, but of course, it does all come down to you. So how do you, prevent the outside noise to make sure that, you're not going to start acting all cocky or anything?
Just stay focused. Don't change don't change for anyone, like I said. Yeah, just stay focused.
Yeah. But you again, like you're saying, like stay focused, like it's easy. Like obviously that's kind of a challenge. Like, do you maybe shut down your social medias, or do you try to not go on social media as much to maybe make sure that you're not as distracted or anything? No, you just kind of just stay focused and just works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, because I know some players do it differently, some don't. Then I guess another thing too with the rankings, I'm sure a lot of those ranked guys in the top 25, just like you, are at this Team USA camp right now. And even though I'm sure the rankings aren't something you really look at or worry about, of course, like you want to keep getting better, and as like everyone wants to keep getting higher in the rankings, obviously. So what's like knowing that the guys in front of you are people you're like, oh, I just want to pass them so bad, but then you also know them personally and probably met them before.
Yeah, it's different. Like seeing them right in front of you, but then like if they're here, like you can compete with them at the USA camp and see how you do against them.
Yeah. And I guess the one kind of thing is too, just to maybe demonstrate like how, like, of course the rankings are important, but how you could kind of not look at them too much is it's like you could almost just keep, like, if you're at the Team USA camp right now and you're just competing super hard and destroying the guy in front of you, and obviously like I doubt there's like, or maybe there are, but I'm sure there's not that many scouts there that are trying to like rank you guys out the Team USA camp. It's like, in the back of your mind kind of what you've done, and I guess at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But for my final question of this interview, obviously again in the class of 2024, you got, I mean, it goes by very fast, but you got a long high school career ahead of you. Just what are you trying to accomplish by the end of your high school career?
Just being a great leader towards my teammates and getting stronger, getting my body stronger, and getting ready for college, next level.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Well, anyways, man, really, really appreciate you for your time, coming on, letting me interview, especially, again, man, and we've been keeping in touch for a long time too. So, I mean, I feel kind of my bad on my part for being the bad, the whole organizing the interview thing, but I appreciate you for sticking with me. Definitely means a lot. But yeah, make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at RJ_hoops32. Actually, wait, real quick. This is a tradition I have in my interviews. When I plug the Instagram, I always find out about this right at the end of the interview. I see you got a number in your Instagram. So that number 32, what does that mean to you?
When I was younger, Carl Anthony Towns was my favorite player. So I just stuck with that number, and that was my first AAU number.
Nice. Yeah, that's like a tradition. I always realize right at the end when I'm plugging the Instagrams, I kind of got to throw that question real quick just in case it was something cool. But now we're definitely done. So make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at RJ_hoops32. And I'm at iHoopsFL. And anyways, for 2024, the Rock School Power Forward, RJ Jones Jr., I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another iHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.